As a young man, you may feel purposeless from time to time, or you might feel purposeless and directionless your whole life. This is because you haven't set goals for yourself to achieve it both in the long term and the short term. So you're just drifting around like a fucking cloud, not knowing what to do with your fucking life. If you're over 25 years old, you don't need this video. By now, at that age, you would have already realized the power of setting goals and achieving them both in the short term and the long term. This video is more for my audience, which is in the age range of 16 to 24. You guys need to pay close attention to this video. From school to high school to uni, you get told what to do and what to work towards. And you get given deadlines for everything that you do. That can be homework or assignments. You always had someone pushing you and someone holding you accountable for it. But as soon as you leave the education system, you're left to your own devices to figure out what the fuck you're gonna do with your life on your own. Some young men get out of the education system at 17 instead of 22 when you graduate high school instead of uni. It doesn't matter which age. My point is that you're gonna have to figure out what you're gonna do with your life on your own. This is now life. This isn't school anymore. So if you go down the wrong path like I did, you're gonna end up a fucking loser. And I don't want that for you. Now, I'm grateful for everything that I went through because I wouldn't be the man that I'm today if I didn't go through those experiences. But let's be honest, bro. I would have ended up in a much better position if I went down the correct path instead of the wrong one. If you don't set goals for yourself to better yourself, you will spend fucking years, even decades, being in the same place that you were 10, 20 years ago. You need to make sure that you progress in life month after month, year after year. Otherwise, the days are just gonna pass by without you doing anything with your life. You might have realized this already, but what happens when you don't have any goals or any purpose in life? You get sucked into the bad habits quickly. You procrastinate and do the bad habits. That's the worst combination ever. And when you're young, the modern addictions are so enticing as well. It becomes hard to say no to video games, porn, junk food, and drugs when you have nothing going on in your life. Bro, this is how you become a loser, and I don't want this for you. I don't get anything from promoting goal setting. I just want to make a positive impact on young men's lives. It becomes even harder when you're hanging out with your so-called friends and they have nothing going on in their lives as well, so you all do the bad habits together. This is a recipe for disaster. I hope you have already realized this and is smarter than I was when I was younger. Once you get into the bad habits, bro, you won't even think about goal setting and purpose because you won't have the right mindset to do so. Think about it. When you play video games, are you gonna think, what am I doing? I need to go and set goals and improve myself. You might have that thought for a split second, and after that it's gone, and now you're back focusing on the video game. This is the same with every bad habit. You will sometimes have the thought of improving yourself for a split second, and then you will go back to doing the bad habits again. You need to set goals for every part of your life, whether it be fitness, whether it be business, whether it be social, or whether it be dating wise. You need to improve every pillar of your life. You can block out months in your calendar to dedicate to each aspect. But overall, say in a year's time, you would improve multiple aspects of your life. And now, without even realizing, you're closer to your end goal of becoming a high value man. For example, you can dedicate a few months to a bulk if you're lacking muscle in your physique. Or the opposite, if you do have muscle, you can dedicate a few months to a cut like I am to get yourself in prime physical shape. Because we all know that if we look good, opportunities are going to open up for us, whether it be dating wise, business, or social wise. And then you can dedicate a few months to improve your social skills by going and approaching people every day, or even when you can. Reading books about social skills and going out and practicing the principles is something that I'm working on right now as we speak. I'm reading How to Win Friends and Influence People by Dale Carnegie. If you haven't read this book already, I recommend you read it. This is the best social skills book in my opinion. So go and read it if you haven't already. This is what I mean, do you see? You need to dedicate time. You need to set goals and achieve them for every part of your life. You can set goals business-wise. Fuck it, start a business on your own and see how that goes. Read entrepreneurial books and listen to entrepreneurial podcasts as well. There is so much opportunity to improve and so many people take it for granted. There's a famous quote by Socrates, I think, which goes, "It's a shame for a man to grow old without realizing what his body is capable of." That goes not only for fitness but everything in life. It's a shame as a man for you to grow old without realizing your fullest potential. There's this piece by Denzel Washington that comes to mind when I say this. I think he said, imagine being on your deathbed and surrounding you are all the things that you could have become, aka your fullest potential. And they're going to say to you that we came to you for you to bring us to life, and you didn't. So we have to go to the grave with you. That really hits home for me. I hope something clicked inside you guys as well. That we only get one chance on this fucking planet, so make the most out of it. So you should set goals for everything in life like I mentioned. But what you shouldn't do is do everything all at once. If you try and do everything at once, you're gonna burn out and feel drained and unmotivated at the end. So what you need to do is pick 2 or 3 things and focus on those and grow on those before you consider one more aspect. What worked best for me is picking 2 things. Even 3 felt like I was getting overwhelmed. For me, it's YouTube and fitness at the moment, and I'm dabbling into learning and applying social skills like I mentioned before. Anytime I have free time, I try to read books on social skills and listen to podcasts as well. And applying those principles in real life is key as well. So maybe for you, it can be social skills and fitness, or fitness and a business, whatever works best for you. But make sure you don't dedicate your time to more than 3 things at once. Otherwise, I guarantee you that you will feel overwhelmed at the end and you wouldn't achieve anything at the end as well. After you feel like you've gone up to a good level in whatever you're doing and achieve the goals you set out for yourself, you can ease off on that and pick something else. Bro, you've got your whole life ahead of you, so block out months in your calendar or even years to dedicate to each aspect of your self improvement. When you set goals for yourself, you can't be wishy washy. You need to be direct and to the point, which means that you need to write down or type out your short and long term goals and read them out every fucking day when you wake up. As soon as you sit down on your desk, the first thing that you need to do is read out your goals. So, for example, a short term goal for me will be to put out 2 videos on this YouTube channel every week. And the long term goal will be to get 1,000 subscribers by the end of the year. And that's the business side of things. For fitness, the short term goal would be to eat at a caloric deficit and progressively overload in the gym as well. And the long term goal will be to get fucking shredded for the summer. You see how every aspect contains a long and a short term goal attached to it. To take it even a step further, you can write down your goals on a piece of paper and stick it up on your wall above your desk. This way, every time you look up from your desk, you see your goals on the wall. And this way, it'll get more ingrained in your mind as well. And when all you're thinking about is your goals, it becomes harder for something or someone to steal your attention away from it. And by something, I mean the modern addictions, the bad habits. You have to realize that we live in an attention economy. The most important currency nowadays is attention. Where the attention is, the money follows. So you need to be careful where your attention gets invested in. If you want to take it even a step further, you can write down your goals on the Notes app on your phone and screenshot it. Then save it as your wallpaper on your phone. So every time you look at your phone, you're reminded of your goals. So now you know how important it is to set goals and achieve them on a daily basis, a monthly basis, and a yearly basis. You need to also be kind of unreasonable with your goals as well. Like it should give you anxiety when you first think about it. It needs to be big enough to give you that drive to work towards it every day. If it's too reasonable, then you won't give it your 100%. So keep that in mind as well, and I wish you the best of luck on your self improvement journey, bro.